I think when it comes to birth, we can really learn something from two words that mean the future. In Latin, the Romans had two words for the future. Futurum was the future that you can work towards, that you plan for, that is kind of within your own control. Adventus is something different. It's the future that comes to you as a gift that you really can't control. So let's talk about Futurum first. This is your work and it matters. Maybe you do some research, you make a well thought out birth plan, you choose your provider, maybe you take a class, maybe you'll hire a doula and you'll pack your bag. Your choices can help determine what happens in your future to a certain degree. But Futurum depends on human energy, and that means that it's beautifully imperfect. You can plan, but you can't guarantee that you're going to execute perfectly in the moment. You can learn, but you won't know everything. You can practice, but you might not be able to predict everything about what's going to go on in your mind at the moment. You might forget a technique. You might second guess yourself. Maybe you had gaps in your knowledge when you show up. And that is okay. Futurum is only meant to hold one aspect of your future, of your birth. It's only one part of the story. And then there's Adventus. This is the type of future that doesn't depend on how perfectly you perform because it's coming as a gift to you. It's arriving. Adventus is the future that's given to you. It's your baby arriving in their own time and in their own way. It's your body's innate wisdom acting in ways that you're not even thinking about. The support that shows up from unexpected places. The moments of grace that carry you through. And the story that unfolds exactly the way it's meant to. This is the gift, the surprise, the adventure. And it's interesting that in our culture, I think that we tend to really like having control, and we tend to be more afraid about the surprise that's coming. But the Romans thought so differently. Our word adventure comes from adventus. The word Advent is that season of preparation for Christmas. There's something adventurous about trusting that a gift is going to come whether or not you're fully prepared. They believed that Adventus was the reliable future because it was going to come no matter what. It doesn't depend on your effort. Your body is going to keep working even if you forget the right thing to do. And grace will meet you in that room whether or not it looks like what you planned. If you put all your hope in your ability to plan perfectly and execute perfectly, then you're more likely to be disappointed. You'll be anxious because you know deep down we can't always make things go the way that we planned or hoped. But if you put your hope in Adventus, that something good is coming to you regardless of what you do, then you can have peace. Adventus doesn't require perfection. Well, I personally think that both views of the future are really helpful and useful as we're preparing for birth. It's really good to know that we can have a level of agency in preparing for our birth. You and I can make thoughtful decisions about our environment, about our providers, about our preferences, and that isn't wasted effort. Your preparation really does change the outcome of how things are going to go on that birthday. Even if something unexpected comes up, you're going to feel more prepared. So don't abandon Futurum thinking that you just need to let go and trust, because that's an incomplete preparation. But also make space for what you can't plan. Cultivate trust and hope for what's coming as the surprise gift. Practice trusting that your baby is coming no matter what, that other people are bringing their contributions to the table, and you don't have to micromanage all of the pieces, all of their thoughts, all of their actions. Trust that you will meet each moment, even if you don't meet them perfectly. Your birth story will unfold, and it will be yours, and it will be enough. I don't think it's a good idea if we feel like we need to control every variable to force it into being a good birth, because to me, that means we have a very narrow understanding of what a good birth is. And what we should do is widen our target so that we can accept more versions of a happy birth. The complete picture of preparation for birth is that you prepare what you can and then you remain open to what comes. Prepare and honor Futurum. Make informed decisions, and then visualize every possible pathway as being positive. Don't just visualize one perfect birth that you would like to have and you would like to choose. Practice seeing yourself strong and confident and at peace in multiple different scenarios, even if they aren't your plan A. Do visualize a positive plan A and then visualize a positive plan B, plan C, plan D. All the things that you've ever heard of that could happen during birth, imagine being happy during them. See yourself laboring at home and at a hospital. See yourself having a vaginal birth and a cesarean birth. Train your mind to see that every pathway can be positive, and that expands what you're prepared for instead of narrowing it. Shift the types of questions you ask yourself. So if you find yourself worrying, what if I don't get this or that? Instead, start thinking, what kind of gift is coming to me during this labor? Not what if I mess up my plan or what if I'm not strong enough, but instead start thinking, what kind of strength is going to come to me when I need it most? And expect it. What if my story is unfolding exactly the way it should? Practice expectant hope that you're not the one person who has to make everything happen. You can be a leader and you can let other people take on leadership roles in their own way. See yourself meeting your baby, however that happens, and receive the unique situation under which you receive your baby. See yourself surprised and actually anticipating the surprise. And when you find it, thinking, oh, there's the surprise. I'm going to choose to accept this gift. This moment is a unique part of my journey, even if it wasn't what I initially prepared for, or even if it wasn't what I initially wanted. Here's the freedom in understanding both Futurum and Adventus. You're not just a patient who has to sit there and accept. You are the leader of your own care and your baby's care. You get to make choices. That's Futurum. And the beautiful, mysterious, unpredictable part of birth, that's Adventus. The way your baby comes, the way the story is written, that's a unique gift that we can accept in that moment as given to us. It's coming whether you feel prepared or not. And so in a way, you can accept it without fear. You don't have to carry the weight of making everything turn out right. That's too heavy. That's an impossible burden. But your birth doesn't require that kind of perfection. When you visualize your birth, and I do recommend you visualize your birth, practice both planning and receiving. So see yourself using your voice, doing your research, talking with your team, using your calm confidence to be the leader in the room. Even if leadership is simply not speaking, but breathing deeply when somebody asks you a question. Also, see yourself being met by something that's bigger than your own effort. Strength arriving, your baby coming, and your story unfolding in a way that you never anticipated. You're both the planner and the receiver. You're a worker and you're being carried. You're active and you're open. So you prepare what you can, receive what comes, and trust the adventure. If this video was valuable to you, I would really love it if you liked and subscribed. And stick around, check out the links in the description box. I have more resources coming. Thanks for watching.